my name is Tina Dilly and this is Life on Bear Mountain, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about how we found our last puppy, our last Akita puppy. Once again, you can hear the parrot's clip clop of the feet. That's Romeo walking around. As soon as I start a video, he seems to get down and make that noise. Huh, Romeo? We've only had 3 Akita dogs. We really like the dogs. Come here, Romeo. Okay, Romeo's put up. Anyway, we've only had 3 Akita puppies, and the first one we bought at a pet store, which back then you could walk into a pet store and look at the dogs, and that was a really big thing for us to do on the weekends. We'd go to a movie, and then it was in a mall, and we'd go and visit a pet store and have a grand old time just looking at all the different dogs and animals. And of course, you always fall in love with something in there, and we bought our first Akita there. It was an anniversary gift for my husband. And then about maybe 6 years later, we bought a husky at a pet store. So when we moved up to the mountains here, we had a husky, and he lasted maybe, because he was from a puppy farm, so he wasn't that healthy, and he only lasted maybe till about 8, which, you know, our dogs usually live pretty long. So I wanted to replace our dog, and I really liked our first Akita. So I Googled it and I found an Akita breeder really close by to where we lived, and we went down there, and this guy was wonderful. He loved his dogs. He loved the puppies. He loved breeding them. He was retired. It was a hobby. But he had, you know, he had quality dogs. He showed his dogs. Any type of aggression shown in any of his dogs, he stopped breeding that dog, that female or that male. So the dogs were extremely sweet. The female, the mother of Bear, which her name was Bear too, you could handle her puppies with her being there. She was so sweet. I mean, he let the dogs all out, and it wasn't even like you had to buy a dog. He just loved to share his puppies and his dogs with you. And of course, we did purchase Bear, and Bear is going on 14, so I wanted to get another Akita before we lose her. It would be awful hard to lose her, and I wanted her to train the next puppy to maybe share some of the characteristics that she has. So I searched and I searched, and my recommendation is just to get on the internet, and that's what I did. I got on the internet, I looked on Facebook, I looked on Instagram, and I Googled areas close to where I lived. And of course, I'm in California, and it's something that doesn't seem like there's a lot of breeders left anymore that's breeding Akitas. I did contact the breeder that we got Bear from, but he retired from it. He did give me a recommendation from somebody that's out of state that I could contact. And I have friends that have ordered puppies and had them shipped, but it just seems so impersonal. I mean, everything is now, you just don't even get to touch and feel these dogs. You just say, I want a dog, I want a female, and that's it. You get shipped a dog without really touching or seeing if you're gonna be the right match for that dog. I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of funny. I just want to feel if that personality is gonna match with our family. So I wasn't gonna go that route. You had to fill out a form, you had to pass their inspection, which I'm not worried about that part, but you had to sign a thing that you would put the dog in obedience school, and you would do this and you do that. And you know, I personally don't think Akitas are really great obedient dogs anyway. I mean, I've worked with these guys. I'm always telling them to sit, you know, stay, the whole bit. And you know, it's 50-50 chance they listen to me, but I know they have to be socialized, and I know I can't have a vicious dog, but if you handle them right, you should not have any problems. I'm sure I'd get a great dog, but it's just, I did not want to sign paperwork saying this is what I'm all going to do. So I did find this breeder, and that was maybe 4 hours away, 5 hours away, and I did contact him. I had to put a deposit down, and I was a little skeptical about that. I've never done that before, but I guess that's what they do now. You put a deposit down, and that kind of tells the breeder that you're interested. And I did my research on him. He's been on Facebook for a long time. He's been on Instagram for a long time. And it looked like he really had some quality dogs. So I wanted kind of like what I have a fawn color Akita, and I love that coloring. I wanted something like that. which is kind of interesting because my first breeder that we bought Bear from, he was into the white Akitas. That was his thing. He loved white Akitas. This breeder was into the black Akitas. That's all he wanted to do was, if he could get a full black Akita, he was in heaven. So that was his big thing. Where I like brownish color, grayish color Akitas, that's what I like. The female was really sweet looking, and then the male had that typical Akita look, which I really liked his looks. But I was so impressed with him because his facility was clean. He loved the dogs. He kissed each one of the puppies as he lifted them up for us to look at. The puppies that were available to pick from. And then we were like third in line, so we still had to get, like, the first two would choose whatever, and then we were like the third, so there's like 8 puppies, and maybe we would get the one we wanted, maybe not. But there was one that I really liked, a female. I was hoping I'd get her. And then later on, he had the other 2 people that were in front of us choose the 2 puppies, and then we were third, and so I was very lucky that I did get the puppy that I wanted. And that was Kaw, and we went and picked her up. I was almost thinking about getting another one, but I'm glad I didn't, because Kaw's a lot of work. For an Akita, I'm actually kind of shocked because Bear was so easy for us, but Kaw is a busy, busy puppy, which puppies are busy puppies, but she's kind of a little bit more busier than what I'm used to with Akitas. So that is our journey in finding an Akita. I would recommend that you do your research on the internet, see if they're on Facebook, see if they're on Instagram, see how long they've been on Instagram, Facebook, and look at the quality of the dogs and try to get referrals. And then if you can, see if you can go out there and make the deposit, and worst case scenario, if you have to back out, you have to back out, but see what you think of the facility. I really do think you should see how the breeder handles their dogs. I mean, we've been lucky. We've bought 2 dogs from 2 breeders, and they loved those dogs. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about breeding dogs. It was about they loved the breed, and they just, I mean, that's what they did 24/7 was breeding and living with these dogs. All right, so thanks for watching this video. You guys have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Kaw. Hope there's no intruders out there because we're at risk. My security system is failing.